Good evening, everyone. I'm Rachel Zampino, and I'm chair of the Music and Performing Arts Committee here at UUCSR. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 18th annual Cabaret at the Rock, and the very first ever virtual Cabaret at the Rock. As you may know, we are here tonight to raise funds for the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship. Normally, we rely on your generosity in the form of ticket purchases and pass-the-hat donations. Tonight, in the present circumstances, we try something new. Some of you may be familiar with the old TV fundraising telethons for PBS or the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Well, tonight we bring you our very own Cabaret Telethon. We have no tote bags, but operators are standing by, figuratively if not literally, to accept your generous donations throughout the evening. Our music director, Richard Bach, and our talented cast have been working since this summer to bring you this special show. On behalf of the whole cast, I would like to thank Richard for his tireless leadership. I would also like to acknowledge the generous support of Stephen Michael Smith, our music director here at UUCSR. And let's not leave out the technical magic of Penny Lane Productions. Last but not least, I would like to thank all of you who have tuned in here tonight. So, please sit back on your comfy couch, grab your favorite beverage, and welcome our music director and the driving force behind Cabaret 18, Maestro Richard Bach.
Thank you, Rachel. Hello, and welcome to Cabaret 18. I'm Richard Bach, music director for Cabaret at the Rock, and for 17 years I've had the pleasure of greeting you from the piano in our social hall at Shelter Rock. Tonight, it's a much different situation. The social hall is empty. It is dark. Nobody's there. But Cabaret at the Rock is alive and well. More than 50 members and friends have come together to entertain you tonight for Cabaret 18. And as we have done for the past 17 years, we'll be raising money for our Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship. Please be generous with your contributions. And if you're new to Cabaret, please go to our website, www.uucsr.org, and look for programs on the main page. Click that link and go to Music and Performing Arts. Click that link and scroll through our many music events, including information about the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship, and a link to watch last year's show. And now, it is my pleasure to welcome our MC for the evening, Corin Langstead Hughes, and the cast of Cabaret at the Rock 18.
have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, "What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret." And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea when I go. I'm gone like Elsie.
Hello, I'm Karin Lingstad Hughes, your MC for this evening, and I'd like to welcome you again to Cabaret at the Rock 2020 Virtual Edition. We have so many great acts in store for you tonight, so let's get started with the show. Oops, I got my hair done today in honor of this evening, and I forgot I left my pin curls in. Ugh. Our first performer tonight is not only a gifted musician and member of the choir, but he's also a gifted playwright. Here's Wally Brown with Freight Train.
Last spring, my play rehearsals were interrupted by a rude pandemic. This is one of the songs from that play. The accompaniment was created by Frank Doyle.
Hi, Wally, this is Freight Train.
It's 4 a.m. in the morning now. Freight train, freight train. Gotta get up and push that plow. Freight train, freight train. There's a freight train running through my brain. Freight train, woo, woo, freight train. Each car's another day I'll never see again. Freight train, woo, woo, freight train. The days of summer go flashing by. Freight train, freight train, all the way to the edge of the sky. Freight train, freight train, there's a freight train running through my brain. Freight train, freight train, each car's another day I'll never see again. Freight train, freight train, the wheels of the train go clickety-clack, circling back onto the track. The wheels of the train go clickety-clack, circling back onto the track. The days of summer go flashing by. Freight train, freight train, all the way to the edge of the sky. Freight train, freight train, there's a freight train running through my brain. Freight train, freight train, each car's another day I'll never see again. Freight train, freight train.
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
Cabaret Telethon, can I have your name and number, please? What amount can we put you down for? Oh, thank you so much. Cabaret Telethon, can I have your name and number, please? And what amount can we put you down for? Thank you so much. Cabaret Telethon, can I have your name and number, please? And what amount can we put you down for? Thank you so much. Cabaret Telethon, can I have your name and number, please? And what amount can we put you down for? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wally. And now I'd like to introduce Thelma Fellows, whose lovely soprano voice has graced many a cabaret stage. Here's Thelma with Lover Come Back to Me.
You went away, I let you. We broke the ties that bind. I wanted to forget you and leave the past behind. Still, the magic of that night
Thank you, Thelma. And now I'd like to introduce Harriet McKenna. Most of you know Harriet as a member of the jazz ensemble, where you can hear her playing beautiful music on her harp, and tonight's no different. Harriet will be performing an Irish folk tune called On Lorraine, and it actually the name refers to a leprechaun-like figure from a story that the composer Junior Cregan liked to tell. It's really an Irish jig, a fiddle tune, and like many Irish songs, it goes by several names.
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
Thank you, Harriet. Our next performers are Rhonda Kessler and Kat Ripley. Although I can tell you that they're both in the choir with me, that would honestly be just the tip of the iceberg of all the things that they're involved in here at Shelter Rock. Here's Kat and Rhonda with the classic song, Blowin' in the Wind.
How many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonball fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years must a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Thank you, Kat and Rhonda. Next, we have a most special and unique cabaret first. Here's the late, great Dakota Fourpaws with an opera aria. Bravo, Dakota, and kudos to Kat Ripley and Stephen Rocco for bringing up such a talented pup. Next, I'd like to introduce the dynamic husband and wife team of Frank and Maria Doyle, four-handed piano marvels, with a Hungarian Rhapsody by Brahms.
Ready? Yeah. 1, 2.
operators are standing by.
Cabaret telephone, may I have your name and number, please? And for what amount can we count on you today? Thank you for your generous donation. Cabaret telephone, may I have your name and number, please? And for what amount can we count on you today? Thank you for your generous donation. Cabaret telephone, may I have your name and number, please? And for what amount can we count on you today? Thank you for your generous donation. Cabaret telephone, may I have your name and number, please? And for what amount can we count on you today? Thank you for your generous donation.
Thank you, Maria and Frank. And we'll hear more from them in just a little bit. And now, I can't even begin to say enough about our next act. And certainly, no cabaret would be complete without Hank and Ronnie Arend, who are so dearly beloved by pretty much all of us. Here from our 2019 Cabaret archives is Hank and Ronnie with Humor in Music.
Excuse me, but don't I know you? Where are you, Ronnie?
I don't think so. I'm from the Bronx.
Oh, you're from the... Wait a minute, I'm from the Bronx too.
Yes, I'm Ronnie from the Bronx.
How about coming up here and doing that act that we used to do?
Oh, the act. Oh, yes, I think it was Oshkosh. And it lasted almost 2 weeks. Yes, I think I will come up. They look like nice people, some of them. Thank you. Well, let's try.
What are you doing here?
Well, we said we're going to do that act, the one we did in Oshkosh.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
We met at 9.
We met at 8.
I was on time.
You were late.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. We dined with friends.
We dined alone.
And that beautiful tenor.
He was a baritone.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. How about doing that other act?
Oh, the other act.
Yeah. Okay.
You're in the mood for love, and here I am.
And here I am.
Do you have a question for me?
I certainly do have a question for you. It's not that I am being sentimental, a slave to my emotions, it is true, so very true. But logic, after all, is fundamental. So this baffling question I must ask of you. How can I miss you if you don't go away, far, far away from me? How can I grieve if you won't leave? And how can I shed a tear if you're still here? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So they say. I wonder if that saying still holds true today. I'll sadly sigh, as we kiss goodbye. I love you more than words can say, but how can I miss you if you don't go away? So go away, my darling, and please don't delay. Then I'll miss you much more each day you're away.
Thank you, Hank and Ronnie. And now I'd like to welcome back Kat Ripley. Kat will be performing Elizabeth Cotton's memorable Shake Sugaree.
Everything I got is done at home.
Thank you, Kat. Next, I'd like to welcome fellow choir and cabaret planning committee member Barry Noble, who's played such an integral role in making the Edward Miller Scholarship the success that it has been over the years. Barry will be performing a piece called The Maiden and the Nightingale. This is a piano solo by Enrique Granadas from his collection Goyescas, which is inspired by the painter Goya. Thank you, Barry. I hope that everyone is enjoying the show so far, and that as you see the donation instructions come up on your screen, that you'll take the time to make your own donation. And thank you so much for your generosity. Next, I'd like to introduce Gail Cohn. Gail will be accompanying herself on ukulele, performing Cold, Cold Heart by Hank Williams. Gail particularly loves the Norah Jones version of this song.
I try so hard, my dear, to show that you're in my every dream. But you're afraid each thing I do is just some evil scheme. A memory from your lonesome past keeps us so far apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Another love before my time made your heart sad and blue, and so my heart is paying now for things I didn't do. In anger, unkind words are said that make the teardrops start. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? You'll never know how much it hurts to see you fret and cry. You know you need and want my love, but you're afraid to try. Why do you run and hide from life? Crying just ain't smart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? There was a time when I believed that you'd belong to me, but now I know your heart is shackled to a memory. The more I learn to care for you, the more we drift apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart?
Operators are standing by.
Cabaret telephone, can I have your name and number, please? And how much you want to give? Okay, thanks a lot. Cabaret telephone, can I have your name and number, please? And how much you want to give? All right, thanks a lot. Cabaret telephone, can I have your name and number, please? And how much you want to give? Okay, thanks a lot. Cabaret telephone, can I have your name and number, please? And how much you want to give? Okay, Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Gail. And we'll be hearing some more ukulele, or should I say ukuleles, in just a little bit. And now I'd like to introduce the Any Given Sunday Band with Marsha Ball's Sing It. We're going to present some Texas blues. Now, Marsha Ball was born in Texas, but grew up in Louisiana. And so that makes this Texas blues. Here's Ken Hughes, Bob Gale, Bruce Torf, John St. Clair, Dennis McDermott, Suzanne Viverito, Rachel Zampino, and yours truly with Sing It.
Back in Louisiana, there was a little tune, one you used to sing me long ago, one that made me happy, one I sure can use. I think you might remember how it goes. Sing it for your sister, sing it like you choose, sing it like we did in better days. Sing it for your brother, why don't we get loose? Sing it for we go our different ways. Sing it one more time like that, sing it one more time like that. Sing it with me, please don't let me sing alone. Sing it one more time like that, sing these troubles off my back. Sing it one more time like that before you go. Take me to the Delta, where we used to run in the evening when the moon was bright. Take me to the river, when the work is done. Laugh and sing till the early morning light. Sing it for your sister, sing it like you choose, sing it like we did in better days. Sing it for your brother, why don't we get loose? Sing it for we go our different ways. Sing it one more time like that, sing it one more time like that. Sing it with me, please don't let me sing alone. Sing it one more time like that, sing these troubles off my back. Sing it one more time like that before you go. Sing it one more time like that, sing it one more time like that. Sing it with me, please don't let me sing alone. Sing it one more time like that, sing these troubles off my back. Sing it one more time like that before you go. Sing it one more time like that, sing it one more time like that. Sing it with me, please don't let me sing alone. Sing it one more time like that, sing these troubles off my back. Sing it one more time like that before you go. Sing it one more time like that, sing it one more time like that. Sing it with me, please don't let me sing alone. Sing it one more time like that, sing these troubles off my back. Sing it one more time like that before you go. Sing it one
Thank you, my fellow Any Given Sunday band members. And now I'd like to welcome back Barry Noble, along with his sister, Lori Everett, for a really special performance that the cat lover in me particularly appreciates. Here's Barry and Lori with Rossini's Duette buffo di due gatti. Thank you, Barry and Lori. And now I'd like to introduce fellow choir member Hallie Lippman with a song to warm our hearts. Here's Hallie with Make Someone Happy.
It's a thrill to have the world at your feet. The praise of the crowd is exciting.
Thank you, Hallie. Now, I do love me some ukulele. Don't get me wrong, and I truly, truly mean that. But I know, here I go with what would Cabaret be without. But truly, what would Cabaret be without some flute? And when I say some flute, I mean the beautiful flute playing of our very own Herb Waldron. Here's Herb performing the hauntingly beautiful Nature Boy. Thank you, Herb. Shelter Rock, and the choir in particular, lost one of its dearest members this past year, Nancy Berliner. Nancy Berliner had a way with a song that no one else could match. We miss her very much. Here from our 2019 Cabaret archives is Nancy with her trademark, one of her trademark songs, there are many, Hostess with the Mostess.
Over the years, we've lost many members of our Cabaret family. George Kessner, Joel Louie, Janet and Kyle Jones, Craig Jennings, Henrietta Armband, Evelyn Reed, to name a few. This past March, we lost Nancy Berliner. More than just a cast member, Nancy was a dear and close friend for more than 50 years. As her music director and accompanist, Nancy sang in the 20-year run of Showtime at our former home in Plandome. She sang in all 17 editions of Cabaret at Shelter Rock. Her repertoire was unique. You Can't Get a Man with a Gun, Little Girl from Little Rock, To Keep My Love Alive, I Hate Men, Alba, each performed with a twinkle in her eye, a touch of the bawdy or risque, but always a lot of fun. Dear Nancy, dear friend, you will be missed.
I was born on 1,000 acres of Oklahoma land. Nothing grew on the 1,000 acres, for it was gravel and sand. One day, Father started digging in a field, hoping to find some soil. He dug and he dug and, what do you think? Oil, oil, oil. The money rolled in and I rolled out with a fortune piled so high. Washington was my destination, and now who am I? I'm the chosen party giver for the White House clientele, and they know that I deliver what it takes to make them gel. And in Washington, I'm known by one and all as the hostess with the mostest on the ball. They would go to Elsa Maxwell when they had an axe to grind. They could always grind their axe well at the party she designed. Now the hatchet grinders all prefer to call on the hostess with the mostest on the ball. I've a great big bar and good caviar, yes, the best that can be found, and a large amount in my bank account when election time comes round. If you're feeling presidential, you can make it, yes indeed. There are just 3 things essential, and they tell you all you need is an ounce of wisdom and a pound of gall. And the hostess with the mostest on the ball. Entertaining vodka drinkers is a job they give to me. Making nice guys out of stinkers seems to be my cup of tea. What they really need in Washington this fall is the hostess with the mostest on the ball. There's a book of regulations as who sits next to who, but there might be complications when the blue blood's not so blue. So the priestess with the leastest protocol is the hostess with the mostest on the ball. An ambassador has just reached his shore. He's a man of many loves, an important gent from the Orient to be handled with kid gloves. He can come and let his hair down, at the best time of his life. Even bring his new affair down, introduce her as his wife, but you mustn't leave her panties in the hall of the priestess with the leastest, nor the hostess with the mostest on the ball.
Here's to Nancy. And now we welcome back to the cabaret stage, Lois Morton. Lois is a performing songwriter who has delighted audiences throughout the metropolitan area for many years with her abundant charm and humorous songs of social commentary. Reinventing herself in retirement, she has gone from being an educator and therapist to a singer-songwriter with a rapier wit and a surprisingly contemporary approach. Lois will appear twice tonight. First, commenting on the current ever popular rage that everyone is thrilled to experience, the Zoom meeting. Here's Lois with Zoom, by golly.
The world is upended and time is suspended. The life that we led seems totally dead. I'm addicted to programs that shed doom and gloom. Wouldn't get up at all if it weren't for Zoom, by golly, golly, Zoom, by golly, Zoom, by golly, golly, Zoom, by golly. Little boxes full of faces, filling up computer spaces, seen on gallery view, a social patchwork quilt. I'm not where meetings used to be, 'cause now the meetings come to me, all on the little screen that Apple built. Privacy is not an issue, it's our new connective tissue, though they warn foreign surveillance may intrude. Does that mean someone in France could see me in pajama pants, while above the waist I'm a fashionable dude? Oh, meetings, we need 'em, I'd never impede 'em, but if I want freedom, I escape when I can. Go off video, on mute, actions none would dispute. Kitchen bound, I'm en route, meeting held in my hand, so I can be free. Have a nice cup of tea, ha ha ha, can't see me. Not the worst sin, no doubt. While I'm munching my crackers, hosts are battling hijackers and unscrupulous hackers to knock off and lock out. Oh, the screen may be frozen, sound may go out of sync, but I adore multitasking, so send me a link. We can't embrace or hug or kiss, so we communicate like this, as we shelter in place, too terrified to roam. The irony of quarantine stemming from COVID-19, we are all a guest in everybody's home. As we check out their decor, eyeing knickknacks, books and more, decorative pillows, paintings, draperies, cats at play. Backgrounds pleasing to the eye, the Golden Gate, a sunset sky. Got my subscription to Zoom Beautiful today. Zoom, by golly, golly, Zoom, by golly, Zoom, by golly, golly, Zoom, by golly.
Thank you, Lois. And now I'd like to welcome a new group to the Cabaret stage. Here's Meg, Charlene, Jill, Mary Ellen, Susan, Winterflower, Marcia, Heidi, and Jane. Performing from South Pacific, Roger and Hammerstein's There's Nothing Like a Dame.
We got sunlight through the window, we got moonlight all night long. We got pizza and great takeout, you can order on the phone. We got solitaire and Facebook and a lot of dating games. What ain't we got? We ain't got days. We get packages from FedEx, we get movies, we get Zoom.
We get speeches from our leaders and advice from God knows whom.
We got masks we won't so often, we get dizzy from the funk.
What do we have? A bunch of junk.
We got nothing to get out of our PJs for. What we have, there ain't no holidays for.
There is nothing like a day. Nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a day.
We feel restless, we feel blue, we feel lonely and in grief.
Can't find a feeling but the feeling of relief. We feel anxious as a teacher who's going back to school. What don't we feel? We don't feel cool.
Lots of things in life are beautiful, but brother, there's one particular thing that is nothing whatsoever in any way, shape, or form like any other.
There is nothing like a day, nothing in the world.
There's nothing you can name that is anything like a dame. There's nothing else that's built the same. Nothing in the world has a soft and wavy frame like a silhouette of a dame. There is absolutely nothing like the frame of a dame.
Suppose our lives are changing and we don't know what to do.
The eclipse is about the COVID or we have the flu.
It's a waste of time to worry over things that we have not.
Be thankful for the things we got.
Nothing like a dame. Nothing in the world.
There's nothing you can name that is anything like a dame.
There are no books.
There's no books
like a dame. And nothing looks like a dame. Nothing drinks like a dame. And nothing thinks like a dame. Nothing acts like a dame. Or tries like a dame. There ain't a thing that's wrong with anyone here that can't be cured by putting them near a gender non-conforming transsexual queer dame.
Thank you, Queer and Teens. And now I'd like to welcome and introduce Robin Finnan-Jones. Robin will be performing one of the most beloved country classics written by Willie Nelson and popularized by Patsy Cline. Crazy.
I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. And then someday you'll leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wonder, what in the world did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
Cabaret Telethon, may I have your name and number, please? And what is the amount of your donation? Thank you. Cabaret Telethon, may I have your name and number, please? And what is the amount of your donation? Thank you. Cabaret Telethon, may I have your name and number, please? And what is the amount of your donation? Thank you. Cabaret Telethon, may I have your name and number, please? And what is the amount of your donation? Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. I promised you Herb would be back, and so here he is again with a Nat King Cole classic, When I Fall in Love. And also, if you haven't already done so, when the instructions come up again on the screen about how to donate, please consider doing so. Thank you again in advance for your generosity. Here's Herb. Thank you, Herb. And now I'd like to introduce Heidi Worm. And before I introduce her, I'd like to take a moment to give a shout out to Shelter Rock's Jazz Ensemble. Quite a few of the members are featured here tonight, Heidi being one of them, Harriet McKenna, who you heard a little earlier, my husband, Ken Hughes, John St. Clair, Bruce Torf, and coming up a little later, my son, Eric Lingstad Hughes. So here's double threat Heidi Worm on vocal and clarinet performing Jobim's classic bossa nova jazz song, Girl from Ipanema. Thank you, Heidi. And now I'd like to introduce another fellow choir member, Deborah Neyrud. Deborah will be performing one of my favorite songs. From Sondheim's Company, here's Deborah with Bein' Alive.
Someone to hold you too close, someone to hurt you too deep, someone to sit in your chair, to ruin your sleep, to make you aware of being alive, being alive. Someone to need you too much, someone to know you too well, someone to pull you up short and put you through hell and give you support is being alive, being alive, being alive. Someone you have to let in, someone whose feelings you spare, someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot, is being alive, being alive. Someone to crowd you with love, someone whose feelings you spare, someone who make you come through, will always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive, being alive, being alive, being alive. Somebody holds me too close, somebody hurt me too deep, somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, make me alive. Somebody need me too much, somebody know me too well, somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive, make me alive, make me alive, make me confused, mock me with praise, let me be used, vary my days, but alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love, somebody force me to care, somebody make me come through, I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive, being alive, being alive, being alive.
Thank you, Deborah. And now I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming my son, Eric, to the Cabaret stage as a soloist for the first time. Eric will be performing the song Kay by one of his favorite singer-songwriters, Mac DeMarco. DeMarco wrote this song as a tribute to his girlfriend, who he met at the age of 14 and started dating a number of years later. Here's Eric with Kay.
go by, baby, the more I come to know myself, the more it seems my love grows for you. Surely I'd be dead, baby, had I gone with someone else. Listen more, my love soul, to you. Okay, anytime it feels as though my love has gone away. Okay, settle down, turn around, and take this song and let it play. Got to know your heart, baby. There's still so much for me to learn, and as I do, my love stays with you. And surely I'd be done, baby, had I made another turn. Glad the turn that I made was you. Okay, anytime it feels as though my love has gone away. Okay, settle down, turn around, and take this song, let it play. Okay, anytime it feels as though my love has gone away. Okay, settle down, turn around, and take this song and let it play.
Thank you, Eric. And now I'd like to welcome back Heidi Warm. This time, Heidi will be performing The House of the Rising Sun.
run. I'm going to spend my life beneath the rising sun.
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
Cabaret Telethon. May I have your name and number, please? And how much would you like to give? Thank you for your generous donation.
Thank you, Heidi. And now I'd like to welcome back Kat Ripley, along with fellow choir member Ruth Reeves, performing A Couple of Swells by Irving Berlin. Quick trivia bit, for those of you who are fans of old movies, what movie is this from? Easter Parade. And who performed it? Judy Garland and Fred Astaire. Here's Kat and Ruth.
We're a couple of swells. We stop at the best hotel, but we prefer the country far away from the city smell. We're a couple of sports, the pride of the tennis courts. In June, July, and August, we look cute when we're dressed in shorts. The Vanderbilt have asked us for tea. We don't know how to get there, no siree, no siree. We would drive down the avenue, but we haven't got the price. We would skate on the avenue, but there isn't any ice. We would ride on a bicycle, but we haven't got a bike. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, but we ride. Wall Street bangers are new, with plenty of currency. We'd like to rob the safe, but we forgot where we put the key. We're the favorite lads of girls in the picture ads. We'd like to tell you who we kissed last night, but we can't be cads. Vanderbilt are waiting at the club. We don't know how to get there, that's the rub, that's the rub. We would sail up the avenue, but we haven't got a yacht. We would ride up the avenue, but the horse we haven't got. We would ride on the trolley car, but we haven't got the fare. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk
Thank you, Kat and Ruth. And now I'd like to welcome back the dueling piano four-handed marvels, Frank and Maria Doyle, this time performing The Pickle Rag.
1, 2, pickle rag.
Thank you, Frank and Maria. And now I'd like to introduce the ever wise and wonderful grande dame of the cabaret stage, Lillian Strassman. Lillian will be singing another one of my favorite songs tonight, People. And I think the choice is very fitting. In a time of a pandemic, when we need to stay 6 feet away from each other, we actually need each other more than ever. Here's Lillian with People.
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
Cabaret telethon, name and number. Yeah, what kind of money we talking about? Hey, that's pretty good. Thanks.
Cabaret telethon, name and number. Yeah, what kind of money we talking about? Hey, that's pretty good, thanks. Cabaret telethon, name and number. Hey, what kind of money we talking about? Yeah, that's pretty good, thanks. Cabaret telethon, name and number. Yeah, what kind of money we talking about? Yeah, it's pretty good, thanks.
Thank you, Lillian. I promised you ukuleles, and I'm going to deliver. Shelter Rock now has its own ukulele group. Under the expert guidance of Caitlin McKechnie, here's Charlene, Nance, Rhonda, Gail, Jim, Kat, Heidi, and Jane with a song that who knew was so perfect for the ukulele. Our ukulele group with Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Thank you, Caitlin and the ukulele group. And now I'd like to welcome a newcomer to the Cabaret stage, Jake Handelman. Some of you may know Jake's parents, Leona and Steve. Leona is a member of the choir, and Jake is a new member of the choir. He may actually be joining the jazz ensemble as well. Jake also taught my son jazz trumpet a number of years ago. So we heartily welcome Jake into our community and are grateful for all that he has to offer us. Tonight, Jake will be performing I'll Be Seeing You.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, that park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every bright summer's day, everything that's bright and gay. I'll always look at you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun when the night is new. I'll be looking at the moon, but seeing you.
Thank you, Jake. So for our next little bit here, we're going to give you all a little taste of reality. Some of you may think that I've gotten all these intros down on like the first take, and some of you might realize that, well, that was completely impossible. So we figured putting a blooper clip in here would be very appropriate. Many of you know my daughter Fiona. She'll be performing coming up in a little bit here. But back in the spring, she was home. We were all here on lockdown, and she was continuing her musical theater studies here in the house, and had to make recordings in our basement. And one of them, she put on her Sweet 16 gown and was putting together on the steps of the palace from Into the Woods. And it worked out fine in the end, but here's how the process went.
Why not stay and be caught? Like that was the wrong words. Blah, 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 blah. I thought I would give it another. So then which do you pick? Or you say you found outside on yourself and where everything's wrong? Which I don't, oh my God. Better stop and take some orders on here. Which I won't, which I think we're not. Fuck. Which I don't, so fuck. Are you kidding? Are you actually kidding? Oh my God. Or whichever you pick, you fuck. Or where everything's right, but you know that you'll never be wrong. Of the palace. On the steps of the palace.
Thank you, Fiona. And thank you to everyone who has joined us here tonight. We so appreciate your generosity and your support of the Edward Miller Scholarship Fund, which, as you know, gives scholarships to Nassau County seniors going on to study music or music education in college. This is a year like no other, and your contributions mean more than ever. Thank you again. And now I'd like to welcome Lois Morton back again. Lois's second song, Hi Ho Silver, is also a reflection of our pandemic as she sings about her supermarket experience and asks, who was that masked man? And I don't think she was talking about the Lone Ranger. Here's Lois.
I went to the senior market hour, not particularly expectant. Took my mask, my gloves, my sanitizer, and my spray disinfectant. I felt the usual urge to shop less, just to avoid some strangers' droplets. But something happened in that store that I'll remember forevermore. We met in the bread aisle from 6 feet apart. His path was impeded by my shopping cart. In his mask and sunglasses, so imposing, so tall, didn't look like an octogenarian at all. Excuse me, he said, I'd just like to get by. In a voice so amazing, I thought I would die. So mellifluous, resonant, so basso, so stirring, my heart skipped a beat, my vision was blurring. And now it's my mission to learn if I can, with that bearing, that voice, who was that masked man? Moment, my infatuation began, and our wonderful
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
So I says to her, John, I am not the kind of person that lets a person talk to me like that. So she says, and just who do you think you are? So I said, well, I don't know who I am, but I know who I'm not. And I'm not the kind of person who lets a person talk to me like that. So she said, she has some nerve. Do you know what she said to me? She said, well, people are talking.
Thank you, Lois. And now I have the pleasure of introducing another set of newcomers to Cabaret. My husband's blues band of the past 25 years, the East River Blues Band. In fact, when we met, he was sharing an apartment with the bass player, Bill. Here's Subway Blues, lyrics by the late, great Dan Cumberland, and music by Ken. It's a sad tale about losing your girlfriend on the MTA. Well, it is a blues song. Here's Dennis, Tom, Bill, Ken, and Dan.
Crashed my car, lost my hat. I'm staring down at these railroad tracks. I told my baby I'd be there by 8, but the downtown train was 40 minutes late. I tell you boys, it's not an easy life. Romance on the subway on a Saturday night. I could feel her slipping away from me as I stood there cursing at the IRT. 4 o'clock in the morning in Woodside, Queens, waiting on the number 7 train. Well, her love did fade as a matter of course. She said she met another on the iron horse. She liked my ride, and that's a fact. But since I have no car, she ain't been back. Can't use picking the guitar. So I worked all day, I drank all night. The morning came around, I was a sorry sight. Had a king-size thirst, a shattered crown. Had to reach way up just to touch the ground. She said, come on baby, try and understand. I was the big strong arms of that conductor man. This train is a run, a ride on time, and I'll ride with him till the end of the line. 4 o'clock in the morning in Woodside, Queens, waiting on the number 7 train. Now listen here, boys, take my advice. Don't leave your baby lonesome on a subway at night. Come get yourself a car, it's safer that way. Cause you can lose your baby on the MTA, or lose your baby on a train. Lose your baby on a train. you later, baby.
Thanks to the guys of the ERBB. And now I'd like to introduce another husband and wife duo, Bruce and Laura Torf. As many of you know, Bruce is a rather prolific songwriter. But this one's pretty special because it's a song that he not only wrote for his wife, but he actually gets to spotlight her in the piece. Here's Bruce and Laura with Island Laura.
Hey, don't forget to go to your phones. Make that donation to the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Fund. Operators are standing by.
Hello, this is the Cabaret Telethon. No, I'm sorry, young man. This is the Cabaret Telethon. No, I don't think so. Well, alrighty, I'll ask. Hello? Is there anyone here by the name of Hugh Jass? No, young man, I'm sorry. There's no one here by that name. Well, all right then.
it gives me great pleasure to introduce my daughter Fiona Lingstad Hughes and Rachel Zampino. Now, the character of Adelaide is probably one of the funniest and most charming characters in musical theater, and her song Adelaide's Lament is probably one of the funniest. Adelaide's Lament has been performed by a good handful of very talented women over the years at Shelter Rock. But this year is a little different because we not only have one Adelaide, but we've got two. So here's Fiona and Rachel with their unique spin on Adelaide's Lament.
I've been dating that guy of mine for over a year and he still hasn't proposed.
Listen, sister, I've been engaged for over 14 years. You don't see a ring on this finger.
And while we're sitting here miserable, they're off shooting craps.
That's what you get for falling in love with a gambler. Hey, wait a minute. Get a load of this.
It says here, the average unmarried female,
basically insecure,
due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms,
difficult to endure,
affecting the upper respiratory tract.
In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person could develop a cold.
You could spray her whatever you figure the strapped up cockeye lurk.
You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work.
If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel cloak,
a person can develop a cold.
It says here,
I'll read it. The female remaining single,
just in the legal sense,
shows a neurotic tendency. See note.
See note?
Note. Chronic organic syndrome, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, and throat.
In other words, just from worrying whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough.
You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz,
but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is.
If she's getting a kind of a name for herself and the name ain't his,
a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a poison
could develop la grip.
When they get off the train at Niagara and she can hear church bells chime,
the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime.
Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A poison can develop la grip.
La grip, la post-nasal drip,
with the wheezes
and the sneezes
and the sinus that's really a pip.
From a lack of community property
and the feeling she's getting too old, a poison can develop a bad cold. Achoo!
Thank you, Rachel and Fiona. And thank you also to all of our operators who are standing by tirelessly, ready and waiting to take your donations. Thank you again in advance for your generosity. It is so greatly appreciated. And next, I'd like to welcome back Fiona with an original song. So over the course of the pandemic, Fiona had begun composing music. At first it was as an assignment for school, and then it came from pure inspiration. Inspiration of being stuck inside at home. Anyway, this beautiful song came out of a very dark time. Here's Fiona with Blue.
Go to sleep at night is hard to do. I just stay awake, I know you do too. Curl up in my bed and watch the moon, and the world stays blue. Flowers in the garden are in bloom. Soon it will be smelling like perfume. Lay in my backyard till it's June, so the world ain't so blue. Well, blue might be bad, it's the color of sad, but it's also the color of the sky in summer. Blue might make you think, make you spill your drink, but it can't hold you back from a laugh. Blue. Sometimes it's hard to just relax. Close your eyes or take a nap. Feels like at any time you could crack, and the world feels blue. Getting used to changes takes time. Sometimes it makes you lose your mind. Take a little trip outside, so the world doesn't seem so blue. Well, blue might be bad, it's the color of sad, but it's also the color of the sky in summer. Blue might make you think, make you spill your drink, but it can't hold you back from a laugh. Blue. Well, blue might be bad, it's the color of sad, but it's also the color of the sky in summer. Blue might make you think, make you spill your drink, but it can't hold you back from a laugh. Blue.
Cabaret telephone, please hold. Cabaret telephone, please hold. Cabaret telephone, please hold. Cabaret telephone, please hold. Cabaret telephone, please hold.
And now for our last act before our finale. I think that Suzanne Viverito has chosen really the perfect song. What the world needs now, with lyrics by Hal David and music by Burt Bacharach, this song seems more fitting than ever. Kind of like People, kind of like Make Someone Happy. It's, it's a song for the times. And it's a song that was made popular by Jackie DeShannon, but it was actually first offered to Dionne Warwick. But Dionne rejected it as being too country or preachy. But when it became popular, she ended up recording it numerous times. Here's Suzanne.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, oh, but just for everyone.
Well, we've come to the end of this time together, and I raise a toast to all of you, to our wonderful audience, to the staff at Shelter Rock who had anything to do with making this happen. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. To the planning committee, especially to our music director, Richard Bach. To our fabulous, amazing, wonderful, can't give enough adjectives AV team. We could never, ever have begun to think about creating a project like this without you. Thank you so much for making this possible, even in this year like no other. And as they say, the show must go on. And it did. Thank you so much for being here. Here with our finale is the company of Cabaret 2020 with We'll Meet Again. And yes, we will meet again. Cheers.
know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Keep smiling through, just as you always do,
till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song.
we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when,
but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. My name is Richard Bach. I'm the music director for Cabaret at the Rock. This is our 18th year of fundraising for the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship. It awards stipends to graduating high school students who are planning to continue their musical studies post-high school. Your support of our scholarship fund is desperately needed more than ever this year, as we cannot meet in person to collect contributions. Please go online to www.uucsr.org and follow the prompts to donate. We did our cabaret show, and we want you to know we are happy that you came to view. Now we need you to send lots of money, dear friends, for our scholarship depends on you.
we'll sing again. Don't know where,
Don't know when, but we know we'll sing for you some sunny day. That's our show, folks. We hope you've enjoyed it and will be generous with your donations. And yes, you can mail your checks to Shelter Rock at 48 Shelter Rock Road, Manhasset 11030. Make your checks payable to UUCSR with Cabaret in the memo line. In normal times, the cast would be greeting you now with smiles and hugs and one last glass of champagne. May it be so next year. We'll sing again. Don't know where, don't know when, but we know we'll sing for you some sunny day. Good night.